You have completed steps in using the Ajax.NET Pro library in your application. However, the real magic in this example in step 2, making that code accessible using JavaScript so that you can access this functionality in the client browser. This is very simple to do using Ajax.NET Pro library, and this is just where you are going with this example. One of the nice feature of the Ajax.NET Pro library is that you can easily adapt your existing code without rewriting it. You don't have to rewrite any of your code to mark it available in your JavaScript. All you have to do is register your code, doesn't it? The first two of the three steps in using the Ajax.NET library are easiest to implement, and our code is already written. This next step should take you only about 2 minutes. First step is register your page class with the Ajax.NET Pro library, and second step is register the method you want. Now I will briefly explain about two steps. First step is registering your page for Ajax.NET Pro library. Now we are going to learn what is registering a page class with the Ajax.NET Pro library and how can we do it. Registering a page class with Ajax.NET Pro library is the command that generates a JavaScript object that you can use on the client browser. This process is very simple and is done with just one line of code. This single line of code need to be executed somewhere in the page lifecycle, but in generally inserted into the page load method. This is the code to register page class with the Ajax.NET Pro library. This code must be added into the page load method of .cs file in the web page. Can you remember, we added server-side code into below to the page load method. In here, registering page method, we added into the page load method. This is the difference between this. Now I will show how to implement this code. First, take the website we have done earlier. This is a page handler code segment we have done in a web config page in earlier. Can you show this in system.web? This is our page handler code segment. Can you remember that? And this is our server-side code we have done in .cs file. Can you remember, we have done in early lecture series this server-side code segment below to the page load method. Now I will add page register method in the page load method. Carefully you can examine this. In here we have to add page name we have created without extension. Can you take the page name like this? We have created, and you must add the page name here without the extension. Now you have completed the page register process. Now that you have registered your page, next step is register your page methods. You can't have one without the other. You have to register a page class that has Ajax.NET Pro methods on it. You have already added the change image method to your aspx.cx file. Remember, I said you can call this method in JavaScript without rewriting any of it. Here is the magic of the library. Simply mark your method with this attribute. If you have never used attribute before, you are in for a great surprise. This is a simple way of decoding your existing code. Just add the following line of code your change image method. As below, you will have to go to the image switch to testpx.cx file and go to this place. Before to page load method, you will have to add this code segment to register methods for Pro library. Like this, Ajax Pro Ajax method, like this. Now you have registered your methods for the Ajax Pro library. We have completed our 2 steps. Therefore, we have completed our register our classes page for the Ajax Pro library, and second, we register our methods for Ajax Pro library. Now I will complete the program. It must be compiled without any errors. Now I am going to compile our program like this. You can run the program, and there are some compile errors. You can now I'm going to solve that. Oh, I haven't add correct method here. You must add this method, register type for Ajax method. Yes. Now okay, correct. I will compile that. Yes, correct. There should be not compile errors. If your compile errors is most likely because you haven't referenced the Ajax Pro library correctly, and you can't see any page output here because we have done any UI works. So don't worry about that. At this time we have completed our page and methods registering process for Ajax Pro library. Our program was compiled correctly, and I think now you have a small and brief idea about what is Ajax Pro library and how to register your page, and now you have idea about how to register your methods for the Ajax Pro library, and this is the steps.